Today I'm going to talk to you about asthma. You must have seen and heard that the incidence of asthma is going up, and it is more so in the recent years. What is asthma? Does your child have asthma? And what should you do about it? I will cover these three facts today. So, asthma is a disease where there is inflammation of the airways of the lungs. Whenever there is inflammation, there is swelling, there is redness, there is increased mucus production. All this leads to narrowed airways. When you have narrowed airways, you tend to cough a lot. You may occasionally become breathless. And these are the main symptoms of asthma. So, cough, which is recurrent, breathlessness on and off, cough on exertion or breathlessness on exertion. Generally, there is no fever. Most of the symptoms are worse in the night, and also these are children where there may be a family history. So, there is a genetic predisposition to asthma. So, if you have a family history of asthma, you're more likely that these symptoms are because of asthma. Many a times these children have other features of allergy, which is in the form of dry skin, which is called as eczema. You may have red eyes and a itchy, watery nose, which is called as allergic rhinoconjunctivitis. So these are features which may accompany any child who has symptoms of asthma, and these are comorbid conditions along with asthma. Some of these children also have enlarged adenoids and they may snore in the night. So, whenever you have symptoms like this, you need to think that it is possible that your child has asthma. What should you do if your child has asthma? So, if you have recurrent cough, you must not neglect it. You must meet your doctor who can then diagnose asthma based on simple clinical history and certain examination findings which the doctor would see and tell you. In an older child, we do tests called as spirometry, which is nothing but lung function test. And there are other tests that we can do to look at the allergic nature of the child, which is called FeNO. And we can also do allergy testing in the form of skin prick tests. All these tests are not really required in all patients. When you are diagnosed with asthma, what should you do? You definitely need to prevent it. So, the prevention of asthma is first of all preventing what is causing your asthma. So, there are certain triggers which can trigger of asthma. That is, say, maybe air pollution, which is one of the very big triggers, viral infections, which can be an irritant and which can cause the child to start coughing and wheezing. In each and every child, there could be certain other irritants which can trigger of asthma. Many people think that foods like banana, rice, yogurt will cause asthma, but that is not really very common. It is one of the least common things. So these are myths about asthma which you should keep in mind, and you should not really prevent your child from eating these healthy foods. Yes, packaged foods, foods with artificial colors, artificial flavoring agents or preservatives may be not good for your child, and that can trigger asthma in some of these children. So when you are diagnosed with asthma, first of all, you need to avoid these triggers. Then you need to prevent your asthma by taking a medicine which is given through the route of inhalation. So these are called inhalers. Inhalers are of two kinds. One kind of an inhaler is called a controller, which controls your asthma and prevents your repeated episodes of cough or breathlessness, or are of different types. And depending on your child's need, your doctor will prescribe which controller your child needs to take. These controllers are to be taken every single day depending on the dose prescribed for your child. When your child has an exacerbation or a flare, or the child starts coughing, you need to use another inhaler which is called as a reliever, which relieves the symptoms of cough. So these are inhalers which you need to give. There are a lot of myths surrounding inhalers. No, inhalers are not strong, they are not addicting, they are not even permanent. It's just a route to give medication. It gives the medicine in small doses, it gives direct delivery into the lungs, and also has very, very minimal or almost no side effects. So, the best method to give medicines for your children with asthma is through the route of inhalers. Many people would have a nebulizer at home. But nebulizer is not really required for routine management of asthma. It has to be used only if your child is very breathless, and it is best used under medical supervision. So many a time nebulizers are misused, and I implore upon you not to misuse a nebulizer. Nebulizers are only meant if your child is very breathless. If you take your controllers properly, your child will not get repeated exacerbations, and the need for nebulization or need for hospitalizations will significantly come down. A last note, asthma is a genetic disease and it can be best controlled with medications like inhalers. Most of these kids live a normal, healthy life. They can participate in every sport, go to every event, and be like any other normal child. So please do not worry, but definitely control your child's asthma with proper medications and especially inhaler medicines.